I'll be looking for you, Will, every moment, every single moment. And when we do find each other again, we'll cling together so tight that nothing and no one'll ever tear us apart. Every atom of me and every atom of you will live in birds and flowers and dragonflies and pine trees and in clouds and in those little specks of light you see floating in sunbeams. And when they use our autumns to make new lives, they won't just be able to take one, they'll have to take two, one of you and one of me. We'll be joined so tight. We often mistake love for fireworks, for drama and dysfunction, but real love is very quiet, very still. It's boring if seen from the perspective of high drama. Love is deep and calm and constant. Love is a striking example of how little reality means to us. You're an expert at sorry and keeping the lines blurry. To be loved but not known is comforting but superficial. To be known and not loved is our greatest fear. But to be fully known and truly loved is, well, a lot like being loved by God. It is what we need more than anything. It liberates us from pretense, humbles us out of our self-righteousness, and fortifies us for any difficulty life can throw at us. Last night, I wept. I wept because the process by which I have become woman was painful. I wept because I was no longer a child with a child's blind faith. I wept because my eyes were opened to reality. I wept because I could not believe anymore, and I love to believe. I can still love passionately without believing. That means I love humanly. I wept because I have lost my pain and I am not yet accustomed to its absence. True love begins when nothing is looked for in return. Only love of a good woman will make a man question every choice, every action. Only love makes a warrior hesitate for fear that his lady will find him cruel. Only love makes a man both the best he will ever be and the weakest, sometimes all in the same moment. Wicked. I'm not really sure why, but do you stop loving someone just because they betray you? I don't think so. That's what makes the betrayal hurt so much. Pain, frustration, anger. And I still loved her. I still do. When you loved someone and had to let them go, there will always be that small part of yourself that whispers, "What was it that you wanted? And why didn't you fight for it?" I ask the impossible. Love me forever. Love me when all desire is gone. Love me with the single-mindedness of a monk. When the world in its entirety and all that you hold sacred advise you against it, love me still more. When rage fills you and has no name, love me. When each step from your door to our job tires you, love me. And from job to home again, love me, love me, love me. When you're bored, when every woman you see is more beautiful than the last, or more pathetic, love me as you always have, not as admirer or judge, but with the compassion you save for yourself in your solitude. Love me as you relish your loneliness, the anticipation of your death, mysteries of the flesh, as it tears and mends. Love me as your most treasured childhood memory, and if there is none to recall, imagine one. Place me there with you. Love me withered as you loved me new. Love me as if I were forever, and I will make the impossible a simple act by loving you as I do. Nobody sees anybody truly, but all through the flaws of their own egos. That is the way we all see each other in life. Vanity, fear, desire, competition, all such distortions within our own egos condition our vision of those in relation to us. Add to those distortions to our own egos the corresponding distortions in the egos of others, and you see how cloudy the glass must become through which we look at each other. That's how it is in all living relationships, except when there is that rare case of two people who love intensely enough to burn through all those layers of opacity and see each other's naked hearts. The letter had been crumpled up and tossed onto the grate. It had burned all around the edges, so the names at the top and bottom had gone up in smoke. But there was enough of the bold black scrawl to reveal that it had indeed been a love letter. And as Hannah read the singed and half-destroyed parchment, she was forced to turn away to hide the trembling of her hand. Should warn you that this letter will not be eloquent, however, it will be sincere, especially in light of the fact that you will never read it. I have felt these words like a weight in my chest until I find myself amazed that a heart can go on beating under such a burden. I love you. I love you desperately, violently, tenderly, completely. I want you in ways that I know you would find shocking. My love, you don't belong with a man like me. In the past, I've done things you wouldn't approve of, and I've done them 10 times over. I have led a life of immoderate sin. As it turns out, I'm just as immoderate in love. Worse, in fact, I want to kiss every soft place of you, make you blush and faint, pleasure you until you weep, and dry every tear with my lips. If you only knew how I crave the taste of you. I want to take you in my hands and mouth and feast on you. I want to drink wine and honey from you. I want you under me, on your back. I'm sorry, you deserve more respect than that, but I can't stop thinking of it. Your arms and legs around me, your mouth open for my kisses. I need too much of you. A lifetime of nights spent between your thighs wouldn't be enough. I want to talk with you forever. I remember every word you've ever said to me. If only I could visit you as a foreigner goes into a new country, learn the language of you, wander past all borders into every private and secret place, I would stay forever. I would become a citizen of you. You would say it's too soon to feel this way. You would ask how I could be so certain. But some things can't be measured by time. Ask me an hour from now. Ask me a month from now. A year, 10 years, a lifetime. The way I love you will outlast every calendar, clock, and every toll of every bell that will ever be cast. If only you, and there it stopped. You're gorgeous, you old hag, and if I could give you just one gift ever for the rest of your life, it would be this: confidence. It would be the gift of confidence. Either that or a scented candle. Passion is, it's fire, and fire is great, man. But we're made of water. Water is how we keep living. Water is what we need to survive. When two people meet and fall in love, there's a sudden rush of magic. Magic is just naturally present then. We tend to feed on that gratuitous magic without striving to make any more. One day, we wake up and find that the magic is gone. We hustle to get it back, but by then, it's usually too late. We've used it up. What we have to do is work like hell at making additional magic right from the start. It's hard work, but if we can remember to do it, we greatly improve our chances of making love stay. What were you before you met me? I think I was drowning. And what are you now? Water. That's when I finally got it. I finally understood. It wasn't the thought that counted. It was the actual execution that mattered. The showing up for somebody. The intent behind it wasn't enough. Not for me. Not anymore. It wasn't enough to know that deep down he loved me. You had to actually say it to somebody. Show them you cared. And he just didn't. Not enough. Who knows how to make love stay? 1. Tell love you are going to Junior's Deli on Flatbush Avenue in Brooklyn to pick up a cheesecake. And if love stays, it can have half. It will stay. 2. Tell love you want a memento of it and obtain a lock of its hair. Burn the hair in a dime store incense burner with yin/yang symbols on 3 sides. Face southwest. Talk fast over the burning hair in a convincingly exotic language. Remove the ashes of the burnt hair and use them to paint a mustache on your face. Find love. Tell it you are someone new. It will stay. 3. Wake love up in the middle of the night. Tell it the world is on fire. Dash to the bedroom window and pee out of it. Casually return to bed and assure love that everything is going to be all right. Fall asleep. Love will be there in the morning. If having a soul means being able to feel love and loyalty and gratitude, then animals are better off than a lot of humans.